jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon on the grill. Quite possibly the best tailgating or football appetizer food ever invented. And we're going to do them on an indoor grill. And I'm going to tell you why I think that's better. It's got a lot to do with temperatures and getting bacon cooked right. Hey, you can do them on the same ones I'm fixing to do on a charcoal grill. But the indoor grill works even better. Now, I'm not going to be going into a lot of things you can put in them because the sky is the limit. You can come up with many, many things that are great in them. You can't hardly mess them up. We're going to do a basic cream cheese with bacon wrapped around it and some simple seasoning, but I went as far as this right here, which is golden raisin soaked in 151 rum, dark 151 rum, that I mixed into the cream cheese and gave it a sweet kick. It worked fantastic. I'm John Sanders, also known as Jelly 007. Let's cook some fantastic jalapeno peppers in an indoor grill. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit about it before I go any further, because when you come back, most of this will be done. I'm not going to cook all of these tonight, but I'm going to cut them in half and then take a spoon or whatever and clean out the inside of the jalapeno. And that's to remove a lot of the heat. And we just don't like things real hot. If you wanted them real hot, you could leave some of that vein that's in there, because that's where your heat's at. So then I'm going to mix the cream cheese up with some of the, where's it at? Right here, the extra sharp cheddar cheese. And just a basic, like I said, it's more about the temperature control you have in the Ninja indoor grill. And I don't like to cook bacon real fast. I think it does better to go slow. A little lower temperature and see how it does. Now I may make some of them. I'm going to sprinkle them with some of them with ancho chili, my ancho chili and coffee mix that I've learned to love. I've never tried that on them. I want to. I usually use this right here. It works excellent. And then about half of them or a couple of them, I'm going to put my 151 raisins in. And that's because my wife, baby doll, she's not crazy about the alcohol thing, and I respect that. So I want to make some for her and some for me. And we're going to separate those and keep them separated. Here's the bacon I'm using. It's not a thick cut. I won't say it's a thin. It's just their normal hometown original. And when you control your temps, it helps a lot to get the bacon rendered before it gets so hot. Anyhow, we're going to do that in just a minute. You're going to see it all. So I'm going to get these peppers ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, I want to show this one time, just in case you've never done it. I wear gloves. There's a couple of reasons. One is if you touch your eye an hour later or something with your hands, and I had an experience with a habanero one time that I have not forgot. So I got gloves, I wear them. If you don't, at least wash your hands. The next thing I'll say is glasses. I don't want to be that guy and sound like the safety guy, but I've already tonight had this, when I go to cut it, pop into my face. If that hits your eye, it's not going to be good. But here you go. You just take a spoon. I think nothing works much better than a spoon. Maybe there are some things. But this rib right here, let's see if I can get where you can see it. You want to kind of get under it and cut that out as you go up. Now here's where I pop my, you see stuff flying right now. I mean, you can't really control where it goes. And if it goes in your eye, see, like that went in the floor? Well, if that goes in your eye, it's not good. And then I just take all the seeds out and just make sure that that rib that was attached right there is gone, because that's where your heat is. Again, if you want a little more heat, maybe leave a little bit of that rib, or I guess you could leave all of it. It's going to be hot, but you know your heat level better than I. So I got to clean that out of the floor, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I've added about a half a cup of extra sharp cheddar cheese into the 8 ounces of cream cheese. I'm going to mix that up. Here's the ones I'm going to use tonight. I don't want to crowd the grill, so I'm putting like 8 of them in there. I'm using the griddle plate, and we're going to set the grill setting all the way as low as it'll go, which is 400 degrees. And then we're going to get that preheated. While that's preheating, I'm going to be mixing this up, getting those filled, and wrap with bacon. And as you know, once it hits its add food mark, you got 10 more minutes. So I should have plenty of time to have that done. And when I add these to half of them and get this started. So I'll get this right here to preheating. And by the way, I've decided kind of at the last minute, I'm going to use the probe. And I'm going to take one of the larger ones and probe it just so I can keep an eye on the temp of the cream cheese while it's going on. So let's get this started. I'll be right back. Okay, so just for the record, the lower ones are my ancho chili and coffee. The upper ones are the seasoned salt. I went ahead and filled them all up, and then I pulled out the cream cheese so I know exactly how much I needed into this ramekin, and I added a tablespoon of my raisins. And that is these 4 right here. These are no raisins, that's raisins. Ancho chili on the bottom, Lowry seasoned salt on the top. I'm about to wrap them in bacon. This is ready, but it's been ready. It took me a little longer to do that than I thought. So, but it's no problem. If it turns off, all I gotta do is restart it. So, I'll be right back when I get those wrapped in bacon. Okay, so I'm going to try and show one of these just in case you need to know. It's as simple as just start it at the bottom, kind of get it started. You want to, if you get the seam to the bottom, that's good. If you don't, it ain't gonna matter. You just wrap it around it, common sense, just like that. Just like this seam, not gonna be at the bottom. Do that right there. It's ready to go. Got one more, be back. I went ahead and turned the grill off, by the way. It was gonna time out. Okay, I have restarted the grill. It is back to that add food message. I've got the probe in this one, which should put it about right there, but that's kind of just for looks. We're not really going by that, we're going by looks. But anyhow, here we go. I'm gonna set that one in there. Whoops, I did that wrong because I got to keep up with which side they're on. I'll put those 2 right there. This is the one I got to figure out how to make that probe work just right. I'm going to do that like that, and hopefully it will cooperate. I'll put this one here. You can hear the bacon sizzling already. That one, I did that wrong too. Glad I'm watching myself. But anyhow, I caught it. And it is right there, and here we go with these 2. I'm going to center them up a little bit better. And here's what they look like as we go in, and we're fixing to close that lid and make it happen. We're going to do temp. I'll leave it at 165. It's at 72 right now. We're going to watch that temp. As a matter of fact, I will start a timer, and we'll just watch it and say, I don't know, in a few minutes we're going to be looking at it, but there's our timer to give us an idea of how it's looking for the look and feel of it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I see an issue that's coming up because we are only at less than 10 minutes. I'm already 157 internal, and it's going to cut off at 165. I guess that cheese, it's sitting on that hot grate, it's just transferring that heat really fast because they're not ready. In fact, let's look at them. They're not ready, if you ask me. I didn't think they were. Or just go back to time instead of trying to deal with the probe. The probe didn't work, in other words, so be back. Okay, so that's what I did. At 10 minutes, we were at almost at 170. So I unplugged the probe, turned the machine off, and restarted it on the low grill, which is back to the 400-degree temp. Now we're just looking at a time here, but we're timing it here, so we don't have to worry about that time. But again, it was climbing so fast, and I got a feeling that hot grate and that air blowing down on it, and maybe I don't have the probe centered exactly, it was just not accurate. Okay, so we're coming up on 20 minutes. Let's take a look, see how they look. And they're looking really good. I might let them go just, well, you know what? Let them go a couple more minutes. I think that'll help crisp that bacon just a little bit. Okay, so it's 22 minutes in, and I have considered raising that temp to say 500 or so to crisp it because all the fat's rendered out, but you might get a cheese problem. If you see right here, that cheese right there is already kind of turning. I'm gonna let them go. I don't think we're hurting anything. Another, I don't know, we might let it go to 24. I'll be back at 24. We're gonna pull them out at that point. Okay, I promised, and it is 24, so we're gonna pull them out. Now I do think you could hit them with a little more temp. I'm gonna put these as I pull them out to keep me from getting confused. But I think they're gonna be perfect just like they are. But I guarantee you, if you put a little more temp on them and crisp that bacon up a little bit, you could. You know, without hurting them, I don't think. Like I said, this one right here had kind of charred up the cheese, but to be honest with you, they look perfect. I wouldn't even do it right now. I considered leaving one in and just doing it, but I don't think I will. They look like, when those cool down just a little bit, that bacon, oh well, you can see, it looks 100% to me. I think it's going to be crispy, and they're going to be excellent. So, I'm going to let it cool down. Let them lay there for a minute and see. Now you can see there's what it looks like in the chamber, and I'll let you know how easy that is to clean up. And I have a feeling that ceramic coating that, as far as I'm concerned, Ninja is known for, will be fine. I'm going to turn it off, close the lid, give these a few minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, so y'all know how cheese holds temperature, and I'm not in a hurry, so it's been about 22 minutes since I've removed these, and I just checked them with that thermopan, and one of them still 125 degrees. So, like I said, I kept them just like I had them, so as they were in the picture before. Now, I'm telling you, they are, as I'd say, perfect. Now, you can do a lot of things with temperatures with that grill. You could have air fried them at a way lower temperature. But the grill worked perfect. They look fantastic. And there's so many things you can do. Like what I'm probably going to do with these is probably put them in the refrigerator, some of them, and reheat them tomorrow in there. And I might use a probe then to give you an idea what the internal temp is. I think that'll be the time to use the probe if you're going to. So let's see. These are the raisin ones. I got to turn my head to figure it out. These are the ones with the lower ones are the ancho chili and coffee. The upper ones are the Lowry seasoned salt. This side is my raisins and rum, my rum raisin, and these are not. So I'm going to try the Lowry seasoning with the raisin. And that is excellent. The bacon is perfect. You get, I'm going to say, nothing pairs with jalapeno, if you ask me, better than cream cheese. Cream cheese works great. I did not get a raisin on that, so. But the bacon's perfect. You get plenty of smoke flavor. You ain't got to worry about a charcoal grill because the smoke is in that bacon. Let's see which one I want to try now. I want to try one of the ancho chili and coffee. And it's there. Again, it works excellent. That's a fantastic combination. The coffee, I taste the coffee right out of the gate. And the ancho chili, maybe a little bit, it's on top of that jalapeno. And that cream cheese, I'm telling you, the cream cheese and jalapeno just works good. I'm not going to bore y'all with watching me sitting here eat food anymore. Take my word, it all works. There's a million combinations you can do, from sausages to, I ain't got to tell it. You know there's a bunch. Anyhow, I'll show you the inside of one right quick. We'll show this one right here. I don't know why, I just am. Like I said, 20 minutes later, they were still 125 degrees, or one of them was. One of them was 114, I checked, and one of them was 125. So keep that in mind. Cheese holds temp a long time. Thank y'all for watching my video. Y'all come back to see me. Kitchens bring families together, and this right here will bring your family together. You cook these, they'll come. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all all. Bye-bye.